What?
Oh, you want milk? We'll give you a sippy. We'll give you a sippy. You go get you a sippy if you want milk, Riley. Yeah, go get it. In your room, yeah.
I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better
Here we go, boy. Alright.
super fly for the dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Indicators on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, but the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'ma stand up. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. They fell down my stove. RIP the times that I was broke. Nothing like a 9/11 folks. Matt Black, liquor clean. Presents in and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Pictures thinner than a penny hoe.
I don't do that. You're my prisoner. You do what I tell you to.
One of the games of the year comes to us from England. It's the coach. This is week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up is the third of 3 games this year in London, and it's the best of the bunch, as we'll see the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'll be back at halftime. But first, let's get you across the Atlantic to London, where I'm privileged to hand things over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
We're in London.
Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
God.
What I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a
I hate to do this, Nick, but I have to talk to you, bud.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led onto the field by their 6'6" quarterback, the former Arizona Wildcat, Nick Foles.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. They go play action here on first down.
Damn.
Complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken
Nick.
down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move.
Okay. So 27-27. All we need is a field goal. We win the game.
Yeldon is certainly someone to mention.
Came out of Alabama with a lot of attention, but earned it. This guy is better and better at a lighter weight. Shifty back who can finish with power.
On second down, here's Yeldon. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that.
We win this game, we'll be 2-3.
He's got the hook.
Damn.
And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week. 20 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Foles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle.
God damn.
Yes.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
As his guys are in for 6. And the Jags
God.
have taken the early
God
lead.
damn it, Foles. You're killing us.
Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and
Oh,
score.
my God.
And I don't know if
2
that was
close
scripted.
games, dude. Both of them on the road.
Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No
Oh,
matter
man.
what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Our next game's against the San Francisco 49ers. Damn.
Well, right now, I'm going against Nick Foles.
And now running right through it. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. As we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016
we
draft,
needed that
standing at
win.
6'5" Carson
Thank you,
Wentz.
guys.
And what
We
a
needed
game
that one.
he is coming off of.
Oh, unbelievable.
Absolutely, and you know how much I love the history of the game. He broke a record held by the Dutchman,
Norm Van Brocklin,
2 and
right?
3 now.
You got to go all the way back to 1951, and he threw for 554 yards in that game. And later, won a championship as a quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles in 1960.
And now that record has been set anew. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Okay.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Fuck,
They
dude.
give him a gain of 38. And they better put that ball to the side because with that catch, he's a new single-season receiving yards record holder.
What a fantastic year. And we saw it start early, didn't we, partner? Right out of the gate, we knew he was going to have a tremendous year, but
Damn.
who knew it will culminate in
We
breaking
are
this all-time record.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look up here to Deshaun Jackson. And brought down, but not before they're inside.
All right, we got to score, boys.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Okay,
It's a first
covered
down.
that. All right,
That's the
so
number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you
So
what, if he
week
won't plays
6,
like that, he
so
won't be
next
number 2
week,
for long.
Well, that's what often
after the
happens
San
when you
Francisco
have competitors
49ers, we
running
have a
the
bye
field.
week.
These guys
Okay.
know where they stand in relationship to
Good
yardage,
job.
those numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of
Then
them,
we have-
they all want to be number 1.
Then we play
His passing
at
has been on
the
point on
Rams
this
and
drive,
at
hasn't it?
Patriots.
Been very
Oh,
accurate,
man, we play
got
against
the
Tom
ball
Brady this
downfield,
year. I
gained
forgot
nice
about
chunks of
that.
yardage,
Fuck.
but now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about
Sorry,
that.
Josh.
Field
Damn.
shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone. To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal with the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
I'll broadcast the next game.
Right now, no questioning
I'm
the toughness of
broadcasting
this
mine
Jaguar
right now.
defense. This
It's
is
far.
3rd and
I'll be
goal.
back.
He may try and run for this. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Now, this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz taking it in. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And sometimes you just put it in the hands of your quarterback and let him take you home.
And you just know the NFL playbooks nowadays have gotten just a little bit thicker because just about everyone has a quarterback run series involved now, and we just saw the evidence of it.
Do defenses hate that?
Drives them crazy because the quarterback is usually not a guy that runs the football. You cover everyone else, and all of a sudden he waltzes in on you.
The Jaguars getting set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Fournette, a first down carry. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Time to peek at the defensive starters. Here they are for Philadelphia. Now, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
Here's Foles. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Now Foles. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Miles Jack coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Gibson, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception. They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run with.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. First target, first catch, and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook. but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On play action, they'll throw. Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A nice gain of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. A handoff to Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Nigel Bradham in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Well, surprise, surprise. First and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch. Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the second quarter. But you have
Sorry about that, Patrick.
Kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end...
losing.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1 yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone?
God, San Francisco's 4-1.
For your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead.
So do enhanced play calling.
Of course, head coach, it defers back to him.
Did you want me to play that now or
Let's
wait?
get 3 out of this. Make sure we get some points.
Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time.
I texted you and you didn't answer.
Quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense. Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back.
Guys, man, complete.
Good job, Jeffrey.
All the way down to the 40-yard line. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 42 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with
Come
that
on,
one,
guys.
did
We
you?
got to
Come
beat
on,
the
tell me
49ers. We got to get to 500.
I did. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab with that length. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Marcel Darius with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked.
Riley, Grandma wants you.
You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line for him to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game. And he can
How about
big
this,
plays
Green Bay?
like
We
that. We've
just-
seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of
We just
anything in
end it.
particular?
We just
I'm still remembering
head
a
into the
certain
bye week.
Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
A loss of a full 3 yards.
Riley, Grandma's leaving.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line.
Riley, go give Grandma hugs and kisses. She's leaving.
Damn.
Go give her hugs and kisses.
They're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On 3rd and goal, Howard.
Damn.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. This just a 24-yard attempt. And puts this one through.
God.
And us up at 10. That drive took him inside.
This seriously
the 10.
gonna lose to the
Good job
49ers, huh?
to hold him to 3.
Damn.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but it feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Damn.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they had 3 points
Right now,
last time, but they
it's
didn't want 3
10-10.
points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Can you guys not
last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And
it's just Aaron Rodgers. You can get out of it.
Chip shot field goal. Maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the 1st half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Lee's got it over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. Oh, and now he bowls it over. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the 1st half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now. This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll begin out in Houston. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. 14-6 was the final score. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. On the crossing route, complete. That's Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 22. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does where a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon.
Okay.
And now and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz.
Yes.
His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have moved out in front. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to
Boy, Aaron Rodgers.
Hoping his defense has that mentality.
You only needed 5 yards for a first down, but you ran it in for a touchdown. That's cool.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right.
number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Back.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know
Oh, shit.
Oh, damn. Kansas City beat.
They're going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete.
God damn.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
No.
I know Paul Revere talked about
It's a tied game. 17-17.
He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
It's Nick Foles and Wentz going at each other right now.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time.
Foles scores, Wentz scores.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And out now come the Eagles.
My God,
and these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
That one goes for 24 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Stepping, and he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Eagles have moved out in front. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage. And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again. And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right? Smart quarterback. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter. Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game. Now T.J. Yeldon, and an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for the Jags' first down. Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you kind of hit the jackpot there. They're going to look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Chris Long in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I'll don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Ginger.
That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in the first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one to the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
Hang in there now.
On first down, they run with Howard. Oh, he shifts past him. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Sorry, Bingo.
On third down, this is Howard. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And with this deficit, You can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Lee. And he's taken down inside the 30. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Lee. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Okay, that's enough.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a second and goal situation.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Jordan Hicks in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They'll drop to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. In for the score. And the Jaguars are back within a score. So they fought half the battle here, but they're still down.
Plenty of work still left for them, but they delivered in the first step in their comeback attempt.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
First.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Nick Foles gearing up again here to go on offense. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth-quarter comeback?
It's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the Grizzlies. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Back to throw. His throw incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. He'll drop to throw. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Safarian Jenkins has it. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll set up a throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. They'll give to Howard. Down to the 25. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop them with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They go with Howard again. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Jalen Ramsey, the all-pro corner there defensively for Jacksonville. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And partner, sayonara to Randy Moss's 07 record. That is the 24th receiving touchdown this year for him. He's the new king.
Well, always remember how Randy did it. Going deep, going over the top of people, and catching those touchdown passes. But what we've witnessed here today, what we've witnessed throughout this season, great new memories have been created by the new king.
Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback, and the ball will come out to the 25.
Alrighty, set this.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Avonte Maddox, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Were you one of those guys
I'm a little skeptical
about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.